Hello, and welcome back to this best of 7 between VVV and Nazgul. I forgot to mute mumble. There we go. Good. Heard somebody talking in mumble, or rather somebody sniffling or something like that. Yes, this is actually a best of 7. I know they've been saying best of 9, but I was corrected in chat. So, yeah, best of 7, not best of 9. So, sMi only actually has to win, 2 more? Yeah, 2 more, okay. We've only done 3 games so far? What? Oh, man. Oh, this is exhausting, man. But, it's a lot of fun, though, and, the nice thing about doing it live is I'm forced to keep going, even if I'm tired, and that's a good thing, because, I want practice, I want to get better at it. One of my aspirations is to eventually cast major tournaments, and if I want to do that, I need to be able to go for several hours at a time. I did grab some juice in between the games. I've got some strawberry kiwi cocktail here, so if I'm silent for a moment or two, it's because I'm taking a swig from that, so that way my throat doesn't feel so sore, and I can keep speaking in a nice clear voice for all of you. In the last game, we saw a pretty crazy matchup between Thor and Poser. Thor did eventually win, so the score is currently 2-1 for sMi. So Nazgul blocking the pylon, because why not? And might actually block this one too, because it looks like Thor wants to do that. But Nazgul going to be as annoying as possible. And, yep, there's another block. Oh, Thor gets it down, though. Very nice. And, Nazgul going for, forward passing command. Pretty typical. And, if I had to make just a random guess about what Nazgul is going to go for, I would guess for some sort of very hard 2-base push, or potentially even a 2-base all-in. One of his strengths is the ability to have a very specific build and execute it very, very well. But his late game macro is not quite as strong as he would like. And, obviously that's something to work on. It's the whole point of the Aspire program. But, yeah. It's good stuff. So this base is going to go down very soon, and that will allow Thor to move up to 3 bases very, very quickly. His third, of course, will be his second, or his natural, and this will be the third. I'm just going to call this the natural. I did that one game where the Terran player actually had to lift up his command center and relocate it, and so I was calling his third his main, and his natural, I was calling his natural his main, and his third his natural, and yeah, it was a little bit confusing, so I'm just going to refer to them as, this is the natural, this is the third, even though this one was up earlier. And it makes a little bit more sense. It's a bit easier to keep track of. So excuse me for one moment as I take a drink of this juice. Oh, that's delicious. I don't know about you, but some fruit juices are really, really good, man. So Poser Nazgul gonna scout up and see that indeed there's a base on the way here. There's so much observer chat, like I want to read it all, but I'm actually kind of intentionally ignoring it, because I know if I start reading it, my ability to cast drops to about 1% of normal. I can't multitask with that. My multitasking is already stretched to the limit where I'm trying to, remember to check the production tab from time to time, so I'm not suddenly like, wait, there's Dark Templar? When did he build a Twilight Council and then a Dark Shrine? Because I didn't see this at all. That and minimap watching skills. Those are the 2 things I'm trying to work on a lot. And, what is Nazgul doing? Okay, +1's on the way. If I had to hazard a guess, I think it's going to be it could be the +2 blink all-in. Although he's making a robo now. You would need a Twilight to do that. I don't know. I don't play enough to really have a full grasp of strategy anymore. Yeah, lots of sharing going on in the chat about, tough being in high school and wanting to be a chemist or something like that. I don't know. I have to stop trying to read this. Guys, please stop chatting. This is so distracting. Oh, man. Okay, so we got a roach horn on the way in the main base and an Evo chamber. So, could be Thor wants to go for a kind of old school Stefano style where he gets up to max at around 13 minutes and floods roaches. It kind of has gone out of style a little bit, but it's definitely still a possibility. Where you just make so many roaches your opponent just can't deal with it, even if you are kind of inefficient about it. 200 food of roaches at 13 minutes is going to be a lot more food of stuff than the Protoss will be able to field at that point in time. Yeah. And, yeah, I apologize if my commentary is becoming, less interesting at this point. I'm getting really tired. This is actually getting really close to when I'd normally have my bedtime. But, I want to cast all the games live, so I cast all the games live, because that'd be good. And, I actually haven't even had dinner. I need to figure out how to work that in at some point. So I don't, starve to death while casting. That would be horrible. Virulent, stop talking about food. You really don't want to do that right now. Please, no. Yeah. I don't know what Dave's talking about. Let's get the show started. Maybe he's talking about the ABC show Once Upon a Time. I'm actually really excited for the second season to start in a few days. I don't know about you guys, but I loved that show. It was so good. And, yeah, that show is fantastic. I can't wait for the second season. Takes everything you know about fairy tales and kind of turns it on its head a little bit. It's pretty fun. And fully approved by Disney because, well, Disney owns ABC. So they actually make a lot of very direct references to the Disney versions of these characters. So, Snow White at some point is singing this song from the Snow White Disney film. It's pretty awesome. So, yeah, it looks like Nazgul is doing the Sentry of Mortal push. This is pretty typical, pretty expected, pretty powerful, too. I'm going to wall in with a pylon just to be safe. Always a good decision. The pro players can probably react in time and get a Zealot down. But, if you're not fully confident in your ability to react in time, you can do that. Now, this is interesting. Thor saw the Force move out and then counterattack with this, and Nazgul forced to fall back. And, but, well, if he can catch all these units and kill them, actually, that'd be pretty nice. Oh, force field around, force field around. Oh, yeah. All those roaches, well, they're all gonna die. That definitely wasn't a very good move on Thor's part. I think one thing they were saying in chat was that he should have waited longer to do the counterattack. And very nice. Nazgul picking up the Immortal that was damaged, so the Zerglings couldn't kill it. Now, hopefully he will remember to, rebuild. Okay, good. He will have a wall. Yeah, and yeah, I agree with Aiden here. Should have sniped the Forge, then run the Lings in rather than trying to fall back. But here we go. Nazgul come with a pretty potent push. Force, push, attack, something. I don't know, my brain's not working anymore. And he has so many sentries. That's going to be a truly ridiculous number of force fields. And he will just be able to pin back the Zerg forces as long as he wants and kill pretty much everything in sight. And here we go, going to push up the ramp. Thor is ready to flank from behind. Going to need some good force fields. There we go. Blocking out some of the Zerglings. Not all of them though, but oh no, more forces coming there. And Nazgul's force fields not quite as good as they could be. Thor with a very nice pincer. Nazgul though might have just enough to deal with this. Good force field going down, pinning back these roaches here. And now he's just going to be able to segment off roaches and kill them off. Thor with a very nice tactical maneuver. Wasn't quite enough though. And yeah, no kidding, Simba. Wait, Simba plays Starcraft too? Dude, I'm just envisioning a lion sitting at a keyboard, smacking it with its paws. That's so awesome, man. If I'd known Simba played Starcraft 2, like, I would have tried to get in contact with him, done an interview. What's it like playing Starcraft 2 with Lion Paws? There's some fighting going on, some death here, but my brain's so broken right now that I can't really accurately commentate it. So I'll just zoom in just a tiny bit and let you watch the carnage unfold. And once everything's died, at that point I might start to actually comment on what has occurred. So there are still more things dying. There are zealots pushing forward. Wow, those zealots flanking up behind are actually really nice. And very nice. Nazgul gets the third. Very nice. And Immortals do work. No kidding, man. This Immortal has 21 kills. That poser is correct. It's not over yet. Nazgul's still pushing now. Is that Warprison still alive? Oh, wow. I feel like you should actually have that with his main force and micro pick up Immortals that are getting low on health, rather than just permanently having it in phase mode. But here we go, big push. Force field's going in behind, scooting up the ramp, and well, these roaches not going to be able to do too much. He has lost most of his sentries though, so he's definitely running out of force fields. Only has a few left at this point. But Nazgul coming with even more forces from behind. Definitely not a hidden supply. Never mind. And yeah, all the Immortals are down, so this push is definitely going to be not as effective. And oh wow, Thor got burrow at some point. So these roaches are going to all heal up and then unburrow and kill stuff and then burrow again. Nazgul though, focus firing the roaches. They all die very quickly. More force fields go down, but nope, there's no observer. What you gonna do now? 14 lings on the way. He's making some now. Don't worry about it, Days. He's got 14. It's okay. I'm not going to comment on that one there. So here we go. And I think this here from 4 will be able to clean this up. That's it though. Nazgul is tucked into a nice position. The Zerglings are not getting surface area at all. Where are the Zerglings? He built 14 Zerglings. Where are they? Okay, they all died really, really fast. Wow. Nazgul is actually dealing with it really, really well. And, looks like an observer arrived. Yep, excellent. And, Nazgul still dealing a lot of damage. The drone's being pulled off the line. Or definitely in a spot of trouble here. And Nazgul just continuing to push forward. So here we go. More death incoming. That is the extent of my commentary at this time. And even more drones are going down. He's lost quite a few workers. And is actually behind in workers compared to his opponent. And I think at this point, Nazgul will just be able to outproduce him and eventually just win. Force field goes on the ramp, pinning back a bunch of drones. And I'm not sure how they expect Lords to have gone up to Brood Lords at this point in the game. I mean, yes, it's at the 18-minute mark, but he's been having to build units to not die. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's the GG. Very nicely played by Nazgul. He picked a build, he executed it, and he did it well. So, well played, Nazgul. Bringing it back for VVV is now 2-2. So, yeah, it's all even again. We'll have to see who sMi throws out next. Join me for Game 5. And actually, I'll just look at these stats. Look at that, 312 units killed by Nazgul. He truly is a ring wraith of Tolkien legend. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, see you guys in the next video.